Hello students, I am recording this lesson for you in case you wanted to learn over the time we are not in school in session. These are your answers to the warm-up questions that we started on last Friday. The essential question is, how can you recognize an arithmetic sequence from its graph? So let's talk about vocabulary first. An arithmetic sequence is a sequence when the next term can be derived by adding the same value to the previous term. The common difference is the difference between consecutive terms in an arithmetic sequence. Arithmetic series is the sum of the arithmetic sequence. Let us look at if these sequences are arithmetic or not. So we are going to first write the term number above each of the terms, first term, second term, third, fourth, and fifth term. And then we are going to see if there is a common difference. So I can see that this pattern is growing by adding 7 each time. So I'm going to write that. So the common difference is 7. Therefore, this sequence is arithmetic. Now let us look at the second one. The second one again, the first term is 23, the second term is 15, third term is 9, fourth term is 5, and the fifth term is 3. So let's see if we have the same difference. So in this case, we are subtracting 8. Then we are subtracting 6, subtracting 4, and subtracting 2. So there is no common difference. Therefore, it's not an arithmetic sequence. On the next slide, you will have your monitoring progress problems. So please don't forward to the next slide unless you finish your problems and you are ready to check your answers. Now check your answers, please. The n term of an arithmetic sequence with the first term of a sub 1 and common difference is d is given by the formula of a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. A sub n is the n term in the sequence, a sub 1 is the first term, n is the position, and d is the common difference. The n term of an arithmetic sequence with the first term of 3 and the common difference is 2 is given by a sub n equals 3 plus n minus 1 times 2. And if we simplify this, we are getting a form of a sub n equals 2 times n plus 1. This is the same thing as the slope-intercept form of a line, which is y equals mx plus b. In other words, 2 is the rate of change or the slope, and 1, the plus 1, is the y-intercept or the 0th position in the sequence. In these problems, we are going to write the rule for the n term of each arithmetic sequence, and then we are going to find the value of the 15th term. So again, I start out by writing the position, so first, second, third, and fourth position. And the common difference is adding 5. So the first position is 3, d is equal to 5. I substitute into the a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times the common difference, which is our arithmetic sequence formula. Therefore, a sub n is going to be 3 plus n minus 1 times 5. Now I am going to distribute 5, so a sub n is 3 plus 5n minus 5. And in the simplified form, I will have a sub n equals 5n minus 2. So now I need to find the 15th term. So a sub 15 will equal to 5 times 15, subtract 2. So the 15th term is 5 times 15, which is 75, subtract 2. Therefore, the 15th term is going to equal to 73. So here is our first problem, and here is the simplified form of our equation. So for part B, this one is a decreasing sequence. So the first term is 55, the second term is 47, third term is 39, and the fourth term is 31. So this pattern is decreasing by 8. So the common difference is negative 8. The first term is going to be 55. The common difference is negative 8. So when I write the rule again, a sub n equals the first term, a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times the common difference. So a sub n is equal to 55 plus n minus 1 times negative 8. Distribute negative 8. So a sub n is 55 minus 8n plus 8. So a sub n is going to be negative 8 times n plus 63. So now we'll need to find the 15th term. So a sub 15 is going to be negative 8 times 15, and then plus 63. So a sub 15 is going to equal to negative 80, negative 40, so it's a negative 120 plus 63. So the 15th term in this pattern is going to be negative 57. So here is our 15th term, and here is our formula. There is another way to find these. I'm going to show you a second method on the first problem. So second method would be a sub n equals the common difference, which is in our case is 5. So the rate of change is 5 times n. And if I want to find the 0th value, in other words, the previous term to the positive 3, then I go in the left direction instead of right. So the previous term would be the 0th value would be negative 2. So all I have to do now is take the negative 2 and subtract it from the 5n. And you can see how this part is the exact same as if I were substituting into the sequence formula, which was the a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. You will have on the next slide a monitoring progress problem. And again, it has the worked out solution on it, so please don't move on to it unless you have finished with it on your paper. So in this case, we are given one term of an arithmetic sequence, and that term is the 19 term. So a sub 19 is equal to negative 45. We are also given the common difference of negative 3. So let us write the formula for an arithmetic sequence, which is a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times the common difference. Of this formula, we know the 19th term, which is going to be replacing our a sub n. So we are going to say negative 45. Let me rewrite that one. So it's going to be negative 45 will equal to, we don't know what the first term is, and then plus, we know that the term number is 19, so we are going to say 19 take away 1, 19 subtract 1, and then we also know the common difference of negative 3, so multiplied by negative 3. So negative 45 will equal to a sub 1 plus 18 times negative 3. Negative 45 will equal to a sub 1 minus 54. We add 54 to both sides, and we'll have 9 equals a sub 1. So therefore our first term is 9. So now we can write the rule for our sequence. Again, we go back to the a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times the common difference. So a sub n equals 9 plus n minus 1 times negative 3. A sub n will equal to 9 minus 3n plus 3. So the rule for our pattern is going to be negative 3n plus 12. So now we need to graph the first 6 terms. So let's go ahead and generate the first 6 terms. So the first term is going to be negative 3 times 1, which is negative 3, plus 12 is 9. The second term is going to be negative 6 plus 12. So that's going to give us 6. The third term is going to be negative 9 plus 12. So that's going to give us 3. And the fourth term is going to be 0. The fifth term is going to be negative 3. And the sixth term is going to be negative 6. So now let's go ahead and graph. So the first term is going to be 9. The second term is going to be 6. The third term is going to be 3. We'll have 0. The fifth term is negative 3. And the sixth term is negative 6. So we have done all of the parts of our question. I will post the continuation of this lesson in a new video. See you guys later.